How's it going, everybody? And in today's video we will be talking about struggling with discipline and how to improve with that. Before we get into the video, please consider liking and subscribing so that this video can help other people that might benefit from it. Before we get into the video, I'll share a story of when I first started my self-improvement journey. There was a moment where I told myself that I was going to wake up the next day super early and go for a run and do some like deep work for my business or whatever. So what happened the next day was I woke up at 5 a.m. I went for a run. I tired myself out completely. I was like winded. I was really tired. When I got back home, instead of getting started on whatever I needed to do, I fell asleep. And I didn't wake up until like 1 p.m. or 12 p.m. So essentially, I went from 5 a.m. all the way till 1 p.m. doing nothing. And where I went wrong there was I didn't go into that gradually. I went from constantly waking up late to falling asleep very late in the night, from not pushing myself to do to be productive, to just randomly waking up at 5 a.m. in the morning, going for a run and thinking that I'm gonna be able to keep up with this the whole day and then be consistent with that. If I were be able to tell myself, if I could tell myself back then the proper way to approach this, I would tell him, hey, if you want to wake up early and be productive, how about you wake up an hour early, start small. You wake up half an hour early or an hour early or 2 hours early, or whatever you think is the best. You wake up earlier, a little bit earlier, and if you want to do something active, you go for a walk, and since your cardio sucks, you can do little bits of jogging so that you don't tire yourself out, so that when you come back you can still function. I would have told him that, as opposed to having, again, him go into this cold turkey and just completely falling flat on his face and not being consistent with what he was trying to do. That's what I would have told the younger version of myself at that time. Because when you want to accomplish something, it requires you to put in hard work and put yourself through pain to achieve that. So doing what I did, waking up early and going for a run cold turkey like that, I'm bound for failure. There's no way I'm gonna either make it through the day successfully or the way I planned it, or do that the next day. Now, even if I woke up at 5 a.m., went for a run, but then fell back asleep when I got home, when I woke up, I didn't do anything again for the whole day. I was unproductive the entire day. It wasn't like I woke up and then I was like, oh shit, I'll get back to work. No, I woke up and just wasted the entire day, again, because I was undisciplined. And that is an example of how I believe we struggle with discipline in the self-improvement community. And now this video is to talk about how we can improve from that. So based on what I just talked about in that little story, if one thing that would help us improve with discipline is to gradually work our way into achieving our goal. If I wanted to achieve the goal of having that productive morning, waking up early, again, like I said that I would tell myself, I would start earlier and start bit by bit. I wouldn't jump into this just straight in and like that. You have to start gradually. Now, another thing to help us improve with discipline is understanding having the right mentality for discipline. So you have to understand, with discipline, essentially it's good habit versus bad habit. When you want to build good habits to achieve your goals, the good habits require pain. They require uncomfortability. It requires uncomfortability, and to voluntarily do that. to voluntarily go to the gym and do an intense workout, to voluntarily fast for 24 hours, to voluntarily do something productive when I'm feeling lazy and I just don't want to do anything. Doing that will help you, again, build the discipline, build the willpower, and keep you consistent in achieving your goals. Now, the bad habit aspect, to understand it, understand it like this. Bad habits, they're easy to do. It's easy for me to order junk food. It's easy for me to sleep in. It's easy for me to spend hours playing video games and just do nothing. When someone is stuck doing bad habits, it's because they're comfortable. Even if they don't like their life, even if they hate their life, the reason why they're in that place in the first place is because they're comfortable doing the bad habits and don't have the willpower to push themselves to achieve their goals. Now, again, in that case, if they were to gradually work their way with baby steps and just bit by bit, just push yourself past that state of comfortability, then they'll achieve their goal. Another experience I have with discipline is that last year I used to weigh 205 pounds, and it wasn't until later in the year I changed up my lifestyle and diet to lose the weight. So I went from 205 pounds to 180 pounds. That was 25 pounds lost. And that's another example, just like how I woke up early and went for the run. I was overweight because I was stuck. A, I was undisciplined and I had no willpower to change my ways. And B, I was comfortable in the bad habits. Even if I hated how I looked and I didn't like it and I felt so unhealthy, I was too comfortable with the bad habits that I couldn't break out of it. And again, with my point of gradually working your way into it, that's how I lost the weight. I gradually started changing things. I slowly started changing my diet. I slowly started implementing fasting. I slowly started implementing more physical activities. And that's my point on struggling with discipline and improving. You gradually work your way to your goal. You understand that to do that, you have to go through pain and discomfort, and you have to accept that and be okay with that. Or not even be okay with it, but just force yourself to do it. And understand that when you do something bad, like bad habits, you're comfortable, you're complacent with how crappy your life is, and that's not okay, especially if you're trying to work for something greater. If you made it this far into the video, I thank you very much for watching. But yeah, that's essentially it for this video. If you made it this far, I thank you so much for watching. Please consider liking and subscribing, again, as that will help this video reach others that can benefit from it and who is probably struggling with discipline as I am and you are. So yeah, thank you for watching.